Hello everyone, welcome back to the DAGG Podcast. This is episode 2. I am joined with the very talented Littz. Littz, please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, the Littz here, and I love Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo content creator. I love making Nintendo content, streaming Nintendo games. Outside of all that, I do a lot of acting, theater, voice acting. Just recently been doing improv, and I've had a lot of different jobs throughout life, but my passion for Nintendo and content creation is what keeps me going every day.
Yeah, he's a very talented man and a fellow N10 member. So again, all his social media are going to be in the description down below. And in today's episode, we have two main topics. The first one that we're going to talk about in a bit is going to be the possibility of Super Mario Galaxy 3, which there are a lot of theories going around, and I want to discuss that with you. And the second one is we're going to talk about bad gaming store experiences, right? Both here in Mexico and Littz used to work at GameStop, so we're going to have an insider look. But let's start with the first topic, and that is Super Mario Galaxy 3. Have you been able to enjoy Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2?
Yes, I've played a lot of Super Mario Galaxy 1, but I have not touched 2 yet, but I've seen a lot of fellow content creators stream it, and it looks way better than ever before.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm on the same boat. I'm trying to finish Super Mario Galaxy 1 before playing Mario Galaxy 2. I played it back when 3D All-Stars first released, but it's been 5 years, and the game actually looks better, so I'm also waiting on Super Mario Galaxy 2 after I finish Super Mario Galaxy 1. And this topic actually, when this podcast comes out, I would have already released a long video that comes out on Saturday as the day we're recording, but by the time this episode comes out, it's going to be already out. But Super Mario Galaxy 3, I believe is a big possibility. I'm going to bring some points that I mentioned in my video and see what your thoughts are. But we've been getting a lot of Mario Galaxy content recently. First of all, we have Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2. Obviously, I've been having a blast. I know you have been enjoying it as well. I've seen you online on the Nintendo Switch too. But also, we are getting Super Mario Galaxy Amiibo the day before the Super Mario Galaxy movie comes out. And here's what I want to point out. What if they're preparing audiences for a Super Mario Galaxy 3 somewhere in summer of next year? Because
I 100% agree. 100% agree. It's very odd, and I watch a lot of Nintendo YouTube content creators and news reporters. They said that it was very odd. Nintendo didn't have a big 3D Mario planned for Mario's 40th anniversary this year. We got a bunch of smaller titles, and a lot of people were upset that the selling point was Wonder DLC.
yeah,
But I think they're holding off on Mario Galaxy 3 for sure to be the big 40th celebration of Mario, especially since they're withholding the Amiibo, the movies based on Galaxy, which I think is a little bit too far of a jump. I feel like it should have been like the third movie, but
I agree. I am also on your side. I think the biggest theory for the film was going to be the Super Mario World movie, maybe. Or even I thought we were going to be getting the Super Mario Odyssey movie, considering that's the most recent 3D Mario game. But instead we're going to Galaxy. Galaxy, the game that us 20-year-olds, the ones who have the money to pay for the tickets and all the merch, are nostalgic for. Yeah, it's a very big jump, and I don't know if they release a third movie, are they going back to World? Are they going the Super Mario Worlds movie? I don't know, but right now let's stick with Super Mario Galaxy 3. Yeah, it's very possible. Especially now with the new Pikmin short film that they have just released. Okay, what are your thoughts on that short film?
So I think it's funny that we're talking about Galaxy 3 and you brought that up because a lot of people thought the baby in the film, before it was revealed to be Pikmin, was baby Rosalina. People were doing far reaches at the rattle was Rosalina's colors, the eyes, the blonde hair, that could have been Rosalina's origin story, but...
I mean, I remember watching it when it first came out. I remember waking up, like, 10 minutes later, I got the notification of the Nintendo News app of, hey, we have a new short film. So I went and watched it, and not even 10 seconds passed, and I already knew it was Pikmin just for the music. Like, I recognized the music, and if you didn't recognize the music, I'm not talking to you, Littz, I'm talking to anyone who's listening or anyone who's watching. If you didn't recognize the music and you call yourself a Nintendo fan, you might want to rethink that or expand your Nintendo knowledge, honestly. But yeah, I knew it was Pikmin right along, so I started hearing all these Rosalina theories and stuff like that, and no. Like, just no. That makes no sense.
It could be both because people have spotted a glow Pikmin in some of the Galaxy posters.
I mean... yeah, I guess in in the Universal Studios land, in the Super Mario World or Super Nintendo World, you can see Pikmin besides Yoshi and stuff like that. But I mean, it was weird not seeing any Pikmin in a Pikmin short at first. That really threw me off, and that's why I think I didn't post anything about it on Twitter or anywhere else. Just like, okay, this is a thing, but we have no knowledge about it besides it being Pikmin. Then I remember there was this Pokemon Go but for Pikmin app. I don't know the name of the
Pikmin
app.
Bloom.
Pikmin Bloom, exactly. And one of the first things that appears on that app is Pikmin cannot be usually seen by the human eye. And I really thought that was a very in-depth reference to that message that humans cannot actually see Pikmin. But then they also released a series that maybe Nintendo released the unfinished version by accident, and then they tried to, but here are the Pikmin. I don't know. It was a weird experiment, but I really like the version with the Pikmin. I think it's very cute.
Me too.
Yeah.
1,000 times better.
Mm-hmm. And that opens the possibilities to new short films and Nintendo using their IPs to create new short films. They did Pikmin short films many years ago when Pikmin 3 was about to release. They released like 3 very short films. I think it was for the Nintendo 3DS video app. I'm not exactly sure. Do not quote me on that. But with the possibilities of having new short films, what are some franchises that you would love to see short films for?
I think we'll see short films for Star Fox for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's something that they'll touch upon. They did the whole Muppet thing for E3, and there's definitely a lot of room for film there. Like realistically, and a far-reaching one I'd like to see is maybe Kid Icarus.
Yes, holy shit, I'm so happy you brought it up. Ever since Nintendo released the Palutena and Dark Pit trailer, I've been dying to see either a Zelda anime or a Kid Icarus anime. And they've released Kid Icarus short films before as well. This time I'm 100% sure it was for the 3DS video app. They had one in which Palutena is trying to cook with some evil vegetables, humanoids, stuff like that. And also, I think there's a short film where Pete fights Thanatos. And those are a big part of my childhood, and I'm dying to see more Kid Icarus content, especially with Sakurai already done with Kirby Air Riders releasing in, 2 months. He's going to be free, unless he's working on a new Smash, which I hope not for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Or maybe the short films could also, it's funny you bring up Smash, the short films could be a way to expand the Smash Brothers universe. Like, instead of big cinematic reveal trailers for new characters, they could just make new clips of the existing characters interacting or fighting on different stages instead.
That would actually be very interesting and fun. Like, revealing characters using the short films, and if they create a series, kind of. That would be very interesting. You know what would also be very cute? Animal Crossing.
Oh,
They
Animal Crossing short films.
they've released
Remember
an
the
anime.
movie?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an anime movie. I haven't seen it. It's hard to find. But I would love to see new Animal Crossing short films. I think those are perfect for the style, right?
Honestly, I think like any of Nintendo's like big IP is ripe for film styles. Like give us the Animal Crossing, Kirby, Mario, Pikmin,
A scary
Metroid
Metroid.
even.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. A scary, creepy Metroid short film, like a horror short film. That Nintendo,
Oh man.
come on.
Nintendo. Come on, buddy.
Come on, come on. And actually, talking about the movies and talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, something I noticed, I don't know if you noticed as well, but Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen is not listed as part of the
I
cast.
I did not notice that. That's crazy. So he won't make like any kind of appearance, or is he just so focused on the rumored Donkey Kong movie coming out?
That's what I want to talk about because
Oh.
maybe he will appear, maybe as a cameo. I mean, Donkey Kong doesn't appear in any of the Super Mario Galaxy games, so I can see why he wouldn't appear. I would like for him to appear maybe at the beginning scene or something like that, or maybe he appears at the end in the climax. I don't know. I would love for
He's the
Donkey Kong to-
post-credit scene for the extended universe.
Exactly. Yeah, something like that. Because for those who don't know, there is a rumored Donkey Kong movie going to come out, set in the same universe as the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So probably we're going to get the Super Mario Bros. Movie that already came out, then the Galaxy movie, and then the Donkey Kong movie, being all like, well, where was Donkey Kong during this entire adventure? And we are more. Yeah, go ahead.
No, this is perfect because when they meet in the third movie, Mario would be like, "Where were you, DK? I was at the center of the earth. Where were you, Mario? Oh, I was in the galaxy." And
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah. That would be fun. That would actually be very, very, very funny. I would love that. Like having Donkey Kong taking on Bonanza and exploring the center of the universe, or of the planet, or maybe they're going to keep it jungle level, exploring temples, fighting King K. Rool, because King K. Rool has now become one of the most popular Nintendo characters and villains of all time,
Oh,
which
for
I am
sure.
very happy for. Like, actually, you go King K. Rool. But yeah, what was I going at? I don't remember.
Oh, the movies.
The movies, yeah. So, yeah, I am very excited. I think we have, if they, I saw somewhere that Universal had created this patent. I don't know, patent or registered the name of Donkey Kong for a movie. So yeah, it's very, very likely. And imagine a Zelda movie. That would also
Oh
be-
yeah, the Zelda. I forgot about the Zelda live action movie. Oh my god, you just reminded me of that. That's coming too.
And that also like explores the different styles that Nintendo Pictures can do. They can do live action films. They can do animated short films. They can collaborate with Illumination. They have this very big range of possibilities, which I don't know. It just gets me very excited for the future. Honestly, like
No, me too. Now,
yeah.
jeez.
Anyway, so just to finish up this topic of Mario Galaxy 3, do you see it coming in summer 2026?
Oh, 100%. I think they have two more, like, there's like 3 windows of opportunities for Nintendo to announce something when the new year starts. The February Nintendo Direct, Mario Day on March 10th, and then the June-ish Direct, which is just a couple months after the Mario movie. So there's opportunities there for them to give Mario the last big push it needs to really feel the 40th celebration of Mario.
And I'm talking about the Super Mario Galaxy 3 possible game. that we're not entirely sure. Which type of planets would you like to see? Like sims, unexplored sims in Galaxy 1 or 2 that you would like to see?
Oh man, I want to see like destroyed planets. Like I want them to take like a Fantastic Four type of approach. Like there's someone like destroying the planets in the so like the universe, not go the Bowser route, but like a bigger bad that's like taking the life force of the planets and everything, and Mario's exploring all these broken planets as to save them from destruction. Maybe there could be like gummy ship sections like in Kingdom Hearts with some like ship battles and stuff, but like give him a more big bad, more saving the whole galaxy type feel, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that would be really cool. I really want to see them explore maybe older game worlds. So maybe go to
retro
Isle
worlds.
Delfino in a galaxy inspired by Isle Delfino. Or having a completely retro planet where I have this idea in my head in which all the different planets are past Nintendo consoles, in a way.
Or a Metroid planet with Metroids.
Like they can do crossovers because if you think about it, you can see the Olimar's ship on Super Mario Galaxy 1 in Space Junk Galaxy, and you can also see the Pokeball in Buoy Base Galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy. So they can do little references like that, and that would be so cool.
Do you know like the creepypasta alien theory too? Yeah, maybe they could do something with the aliens.
I don't know. Nintendo could do so much. They would probably not go into the creepy side. They are so close to greatness, but they're always like hold back. But that would be super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, now let's
A
move.
lot of exciting stuff could happen.
Yeah,
Just
but
gotta
these
be
are all
patient.
possibilities, and we already know that Nintendo not always delivers, which is sad. So hopefully they do the right thing. Anyways, now we've both had bad experiences when going to game stores. I think when you go to a game store, you expect to pick up a game, maybe talk a little to the employee, and talk about games, and I don't know, have a good time, relate with people who have the same interests as you. But sometimes that is not the case. And sometimes you can have a very, very bad experience. And especially you, since you know both sides, both as an employee and as a customer. I have two big stories that I want to talk about. But I'm going to start with the most recent one, right? And this was just last week when Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 released. I talked about this situation in episode 1 of the podcast, in which I pre-ordered my game for $60, right? I did not have to pay, but I got my reservation with the final price confirmation of being $60. I got an email and everything. But here's what happened. The store fucked up. They were supposed to price it at $70, but they priced it at $60. And I got the opportunity to buy it at $60, and that's the reason why I bought it in that store. If not, I would have gone to any other store and not necessarily buy it in that one, right? So, I got my confirmation email, waited a few days, and then when I went and checked my pre-order, it said $70, not $60. So I reached out and I asked the Instagram account, and they told me, we're going to release an announcement explaining what happened, and we're going to see if we're going to charge everyone who pre-ordered the game in time their $60, or if we're going to charge you $70 like everyone else and forget about our mistake, which was kind of shitty. So I did some investigating. There's this company called Profeco, well, not company, part of the government here in Mexico called Profeco, which is a consumer's rights. It protects consumers' rights, right? And one of the articles, article number 7, because I went into the law to see if that was legal.
Awesome.
And it wasn't. it is illegal. They are supposed to respect the price. So I actually got in contact with someone in a higher rank, right? Had a text message fight saying, under these articles of the law, you cannot do this. And they are
Wait,
like,
over text message, you were able to text them? This wasn't in person? That's interesting.
no, this was in text because they have an app. Since they have many complaints over the years, they've done some bad things, and this wasn't the worst thing they've done. The worst thing they've done, little spoiler, they lost a PS5, my PS5 3 times in the mail. But I will talk about that later on. But they had so many bad customer experiences that they created an own app in which you have higher ups talking directly to you. So that way you can solve any doubts, solve any problems, right? So I was
That's already way more proactive than in America. Like, no, we do not have that at all. It's fit, like I worked at a very like out of pocket GameStop, and there were always fights there. So
So again, I talked to this guy saying, "Hey, this is the situation. Here I had a 6-page document with my reservation order, the screenshot of that it said final price confirmed, right? So
yeah.
that already says, hey, we're not going to do any changes. Then they did changes and saying, hey, you cannot actually do this. And they were like, well, the provider actually told us as a direct order to change it. Well, that's your problem, that's not the customer's problem. You have to deal with that. It was your mistake. It was your losses. Something very similar happened here in Mexico. I don't want to talk too much because I talked really in depth last episode. But Walmart actually, by accident, here in Mexico, the 4K TVs, the big TVs, the ones that cost at least $200, they priced it at $15. So people actually bought them. And they were trying to say, hey, you cannot actually take this away. You cannot take them away. It was a mistake. And people had their tickets. Hey, I bought it at the cashier. I have my ticket. I have my receipt. It is mine. And Profeco, the government side, was actually, hey, he has a ticket. You cannot take the TV away from them. They bought
That's
it.
how I got my ring lights. They're normally 60, but someone forgot to change the price from 60 to 15, so I took a picture of it. I was like, nope, they were 15 in the back. And they're like, oh, they're mad that they make that mistake. They're like, oh, we don't want to sell it to you for 15, but I guess we have to.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what happened. And then I said, hey, you have to respect my price. It's $10. I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if I'm someone who's going to buy also the Kirby game, the Haru Warriors game, the Metro game, the Amiibos, $10 make a difference between buying a game or not. Or at least, you know what, if you're not going to change the price because it was a direct order, which is your mistake and your problem to fix, not the consumers, at least give me $10 in-store credit, right? At the very least. No,
Yeah.
they didn't do a thing.
That's crazy.
I haven't filed my complaint, but I'm going to file my complaint. See if they can give me my money back, the $10, because I mean, if this happens once, what's stopping them from saying, "Oh no, we're going to price this game at $30," and our mistake, it is 80, but you already made your reservation here, you better buy it. Right? What's stopping them from doing that? Nothing.
Nothing, I guess.
Yeah, so actually, just for more moral reasons, I think that's why I have to file a complaint and see if I can at least get my money back. Those $10.
No, definitely fight and do everything you can. Seriously. They'll probably never make that mistake again, but...
Hopefully not. But anyways, Littz. Do you have any bad experiences as a customer first?
Yes. If you don't pick up your pre-order on time, they will give it away to the next paying customer. And there were many times where I've pre-ordered things, and I'm not the most financially responsible person, but I would pick it up later on because I didn't have the money when it first came out. And when I finally have money to pick it up, they're like, "Oh, sorry, it was such a hot item. We ended up selling your copy and to someone else." And one, I already put money on it. I already reserved it way in advance. That means they gave away my pre-order bonus too. They don't hold on to the pre-order bonuses. Yep. And sometimes when you pre-order games, some GameStops, if you're the only one who pre-ordered a game, like if not more than like I don't know, these are just not accurate numbers, just ballparking because it's been a while. If you're one person, if more than 5 people don't pre-order a game, they sometimes don't ship the game to the GameStop because they want enough copies to sell on hand to other people. And there were tons of games. Like, other people in the N10 make fun of me all the time for all the crazy Nintendo titles I have. So not everyone's after them, but like there was one game I pre-ordered called Euphoria 2. I was the only one who pre-ordered it, and since I was the only one who pre-ordered it, they didn't even bother shipping it to our store, and I still never got the game to this day.
That's just wrong, and you paid for it, right?
Yep, I paid for it. I had money down. And GameStop has this rule that if you pre-order a game like around a week or two before it comes out, it might not come in on time. No, this was pre-ordered months in advance. They definitely registered in their system that I got.
So, is there a way you can sue them for that? Because that's illegal.
No, so this is what they'll say. You could show them proof that you pre-ordered it, and then you go through the proper channels to the top, and then they'll try to call the big warehouse to try to get one sent to you. Or they'll tell you to, or they'll refund your money or tell you to buy a different thing with it.
That's just shitty.
Yeah, I lost a lot of games that way by not picking them up on the pre-order day or being the only one who pre-ordered it and them just not even bothering to ship it to my store.
That's just wrong. I remember, I mean, I pre-order almost every game just to make sure that I'm going to get it. Almost every game that I'm planning on buying, right? Not every single game.
Sorry. That's what some managers do. To guarantee that they get the product, some people, like some managers or employees or people who know the system, will pre-order 5 of each, like 5 of the same item to make sure they get it in stock.
That's good. That's a good practice. They shouldn't have to do it, but like that's just shitty.
And
that's
it's actually a cheat to get a chase pop too. Like it's like always like 1 in like 10 or 20 pops there will be a chase pop. So people are pre-ordering a bunch of pops in hopes that they get the chase pop, and then they'll cancel all the pre-orders and they didn't get the chase. Which hurts us, the company, but there are people who know how to trick the system.
Yeah. Maybe ex-employees or something like that. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. That's wow.
Yeah, it's I'm leaking secrets out here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We're getting GameStop secrets. Don't tell anyone. Oh man! And as an employee, did you have any bad experiences as an employee? I'm sure you have many stories. Please, I want to hear them
all the time, and I'm always in favor of the customer in these two. Is that the rules of GameStop would change like at least once or twice a month, like their warranty policies, their return policies. And if you got something before the warranty or return policy change, they would buckle down and being like, well, the policy changed now. You have to honor the new one. So, like, before it was, if you bought the warranty on a controller, you'd get a brand new controller. You bought the warranty. And then somewhere down the line, it was like, well, you're forced to now buy, even though you buy a new controller and the warranty for it, the warranty could only be used for a pre-owned controller. And then you're stuck in the pre-owned controller loop. And people are like, no, I was promised a new controller. I want a new controller. So there was that. And arguing with the people when you know the customer is right, but you have no other choice to follow the policy. And even if you're like, no, I'm in favor of the customer, they analyze every transaction. They will come back to you later in that week being like, why did you adjust that item for that price? Why did you do that and everything? So I'm not a fan of that, and I hate, oh my god. So there's that experience all the time. People not getting what they were promised. Then, oh my god, around Christmas time, I just love when parents are in the most video gamed, like they don't know how the video game world works, and they think they could just walk in and get a brand new system or Pokemon cards, and they don't realize how popular or hard to find they are, and they're like, sorry, if you wanted it, you should have pre-ordered it a long time ago. And they're like, thank you, you just ruined my kid's Christmas. It's on you, buddy. I'm like, well, the amount of kids' Christmases I ruined because we didn't control whether they came in to buy a PS5 or not.
Exactly. It's your problem. You didn't pre-order. You didn't investigate. Come on, man. I know you have bills and everything, but don't you care about your kid? I mean, come on. But, I don't know. Stay mad that a lot of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-olds are buying your console for your kid, right?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, and another thing is the Pokemon cards, how popular Pokemon cards are. We have to have special events lined up. We have to put how much product we're getting in and put a note on the door so people know how to like lower their expectations, limiting card amounts. And then there's the employees that do get first pick of whatever product comes in first, and then you gotta calculate that before what's actually given to the actual people. And
is that something that really happens? Do GameStop employees really, like, I don't know, hide something under the desk?
100%. GameStop employees get first pick of the merchandise. So the customers actually get the scraps. If there's something rare in the store, every employee probably already has one if they want it.
So, hey, if you are a collector and you want to get a bunch of free, cool stuff, well, not free, but a lot of the rarer items for your collection, you already know what to do.
Yeah, work for GameStop, but prepare to follow all the BS rules and get your numbers up and force sales and force pre-orders and force warranties because it makes your store look good.
What's the most bullshit rule in GameStop?
If you don't have enough pre-orders and warranties by the end of the week, you every store is measured on that. And they want your store to have the most. It doesn't matter how much product you sell. It matters on the statistics. And pre-orders and warranties are a big statistic. And then when they have like special deals throughout the week, if the sale's plush, make sure you sell a lot of plush this week and stuff like that. Just the random numbers that your store has to hit, and if you don't hit it, we get penalized. We don't get bonuses. We don't get anything extra. Our store doesn't get extra hours, and then some of us can't work as much because it's not everyone's guaranteed a certain amount. Each store gets about 40 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less. And then it's distributed throughout the weeks. The managers and assistant managers get the most hours because they want the most pay. And then it's divided amongst the rest of the workers. So if you want it to work more, and there were a lot of times where I actually enjoyed working and wanted to work more, they were like, Brandon, you worked too much this week. You can't go over, or the store doesn't have enough hours. Sorry. And sometimes they'll trap you by yourself. It could be a really busy day. Lines up, tons of trades. Oh, I hated trades. I'm sorry. But you could have like 5 trades and someone just wants to buy one plush. But no one could come in and help you because everyone's over hours.
Oh, man. So, okay. So this is a message for everyone. If there's something shitty happening at GameStop, it's not the employees' fault. They are doing their best. They are trying their best. It's the company.
It's the corrupted
top. It's the corrupted, well, not even the managers. The corrupted managers of the managers of the managers. Those are the guys you have to get mad at. Oh, my God. Okay, I want to talk about the PS5 experience that I had. I think it's
Oh
time.
God.
Uh, it was Christmas. When did Spider-Man Miles Morales first Come out. It was 2022, I believe, or the PS5 first release. I think it was 2022. I'm not exactly sure. But the PS5 just came out. I have saved enough money to buy it. I think it was $600 at launch, something like that. I had enough money saved up, and my dad actually paid for half of it. So we were 50-50. It was going to be my Christmas gift, right? And when the first pre-orders came in, I got my pre-order. Just as soon as they came in, like during the first 5 minutes of the first pre-orders here in Mexico in a store called Gameplanet. Yes, Gameplanet.
Oh
I'm
my God.
releasing your name. Screw this store. Unfortunately, they have a monopoly. They have a huge monopoly. They are the only game store. Then we have other, I don't know, big stores like Best Buy and Walmart and stuff like that. But those are, if you're going to get your games, Game Planet is the only store in which you can get these games. I had good experiences in these stores. That's where I've done my midnight launches. That's where I was the first person to buy Super Mario Odyssey, the first person to buy Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I had some great experiences there.
Check out those vlogs, by the way.
Check out those vlogs. Those are really fun vlogs. Actually, the Super Mario Odyssey one was the first time I showed my face on camera. So that's a very big part of my channel. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, going back. So this was the PS5 story. It was the first time I had a bad experience. And it was a very bad experience. So I pre-ordered my console. I told the store I want it delivered by mail because I think it was 2021 because this was during COVID. I remember it was during the pandemic and everything. It was 2021, I think. So I didn't want to go to the store. It was very hectic. So I wanted it to be delivered by mail to my house. And they said, yeah, cool. We offer that service. You're going to get it on mail. Then the release date comes out. I check the track to track the delivery, and it says it's going to arrive in a week. A little late, but that's fine. A week goes by. It says it's going to take another week to arrive. Another week goes by, and then I check it again. Your package is lost. Sorry. What do you mean? Sorry. No. So I, of course, emailed customer service. No response. Sent 3 or 4 emails per day for like 4 days
Oh
straight.
God.
No response. I contact them through Instagram, through Twitter, the same automatic response. Send us an email to customer service, blah, 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 blah. They were ignoring me. They didn't want to.
Because they messed up. They didn't
They
want to be
messed up.
accountable.
They did not want to give me my PS5. So, what my dad helped me do was find on LinkedIn the CEO.
Oh my God, through LinkedIn is crazy.
Yeah, the CEO of Gameplanet or one of the sales managers, someone on the top, right? Maybe not the CEO, but someone big inside the company. He got me the email. I then sent my email to that person. He responded me ASAP. We back and forward many times. So what happened was he gave me the $600 in-store credit
Okay.
and was like, hey, this is not public information, but there's going to be another sale because PS5s were sold out during the first 2 to 3 years. They were a very scarce console.
That's how I got mine, actually, because I was an employee at GameStop at the time. I got to put one aside when they got in to be able to get. So that's
Yeah.
how I got my PS5. If I didn't work at GameStop, I don't think I would own the PS5 I have now, honestly. So, sorry.
No.
Perks
Yeah,
what
that's good.
happens.
That's good. It's related to the story, right? So he gave me $600 and said, "Hey, the console we're going to do another sale of the console on this day at this time. So with your in-store credit, you don't have to pay extra. Just pay with the store credit, and we'll send you another one, right?" the day arrives, I managed to get my order, right? Delivery to my home. Maybe that was my mistake. Same process. 1 month passes. Still no console. I check again the tracker. Sorry, it's lost. This was FedEx, by the way. They were sending their packages
This
through
is crazy
FedEx.
because I also worked at FedEx. I know what happens at FedEx too. So the first time, their game store probably oversold it to a different customer. That's probably what happened the first time. The second time, an employee must have accidentally broke it during transit because FedEx employees do not handle packages properly. They throw them, they slam them on the conveyor belt, they throw them in the trucks. It probably got destroyed the second time.
It's
oh my god!
more than likely, or it got stolen. That's my theory.
Yeah, that's also another thing.
That the employees stole it. They are not paid enough. And you know what? Here's a $600 console. I'm going to take it. Who cares? So it was lost again. Again, this was going to be a gift, a Christmas gift in December. We are now in March. Right? Still nothing. So I, of course, contact the CEO again, explain to him the situation again. He confirms it. Because at first they were like, oh, you have to talk to FedEx and fix this. Yes, I forgot to tell this story. When I first contacted them, they were like, well, it's not our problem. It's FedEx. You have to fix it up with them.
Yeah.
You were the ones who were in charge to deliver my product, right? It's not my fault that you are not fulfilling your duty. If there's a problem with FedEx, you have to fix that problem, not me. It's my console that I am putting my trust in you. You have to get it to me. And again, so I talked to the CEO, sales representative, I don't know, that the bigger guy, right? Explain to him the situation. We do the exact same thing. No, this time he sends it. We wait another 2 months for restock. And then he sends me an email. Hey, I'm going to send it directly to one of our stores. So send me the address of the closest ones to you, and you can go and pick it up there. So I sent him the nearest store to me. I go and pick it up. There it is. But again, this was a December gift. I got it until June. I got the I had the Miles Morales game ever since December, and I could not play it until June.
Oh my god.
And that was the first time. Maybe it wasn't the store's fault, but the fact that at first they didn't respond to me. When I managed to get a response, they were like, oh, you have to fix it up with FedEx. And then having to go through the lengths of finding the CEO, talk to the CEO, and have the CEO fix the problem, I can only think how many more people were in the same situation as me.
Tons.
And could not get it resolved.
There are
Right.
tons of people who give up because they feel like they're not being heard the first time. And you really, like, this is the first time through your story that I ever heard of someone going to that length to get it back. There are people who will, like, just give up after the first and second hurdle and then just boycott the store. No, you wanted your stuff, and I applaud you with your story, but there are tons of people who will go through that every day. Not even with consoles, but with action figures, plush, video games, pops. Like, it's crazy, and they don't want to take accountability, so they'll just say something complicated to mess with the customer's head, and they just don't want to be responsible for their mistakes.
That just... They suck. Okay, I think this is my final complaint. They used to do pre-orders bonuses, right? Pre-order bonuses. So I loved collecting pre-order bonuses. They haven't done pre-order bonuses in years.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, it's odd. It's very, very odd. Like, even when I got Mario Kart World in Spain, in Barcelona, they had a pre-order bonus. I got a little Mario Kart keychain to go with my pre-order. I think, yeah, I got told it's back there. But then Gameplanet hasn't done any pre-order bonuses, except for midnight launches. Whenever there's a midnight launch, I'm first. I do get my pre-order bonus, but other than that, they don't do them anymore. And I don't know, I find it weird, and I don't know, it's demotivating, right? For a collector, getting all the little knickknacks, the pins, the stickers, the whatever, the figurines. It's fun. It's something great for a collector, and I don't know, it feels empty. And every time I see all the pre-orders in the US, and then you see the ones in the UK, and then you see the ones in Japan, where are these things in Mexico? There's no way to find them.
Because America has too much of them. I feel like such a jackass. Because when I worked at GameStop, the extra pre-order bonuses, like, because sometimes you get extra from the people, we would either give them out to customers who were buying the game and didn't pre-order it, or the employees got to take it home. So I have bags of Brothership pre-order bonuses, Mario Party pre-order bonuses, Zelda bags in the back, and I'm like, okay, I'll take them and give them out to my friends. And you're like, wow, we don't get anything. And I'm like, oh, here, I'll take 5. Hold on, I'll grab the bag. Hold on.
Go. Oh my god. If only Nintendo was kind to Mexico. Well, they're doing movements. I'll talk about it in a bit. As Littz comes back, for all you audio listeners, I'll be explaining what he's getting in the bag.
So look at multiple Tears of the Kingdom drawstring bags, and this entire bag, Mario RPG pins.
There's no way.
Mario Party pins from the parties, Brothership toys. All this entire bag, and I have more than one bag, is filled with pre-order bonuses that we just couldn't get rid of.
That's wrong. That's just wrong.
Farming Simulator keychains.
I'm fuming.
Dagg's mad.
I'm fuming because Nintendo has really put Mexico on the side. Just recently, it's becoming more popular for Nintendo. They're seeing the market here, but we do not have any more pre-order bonuses. And for example, the Nintendo reward store that you get with the platinum points and the gold points and everything. For example, the 3D All-Star pin, we do not have that here. The only thing we have are wallpapers. I mean, with a simple Google search, you can get that wallpaper
Screenshot,
for free. Yeah. Screenshot. No, the only thing we can buy with platinum points are the wallpapers. Just recently, Nintendo has been putting more love into Mexico, especially since they did a Mexico Lucha Libre event in Mexico City.
Oh, that looked so cool.
It was so cool. It was so cool. Like, I unfortunately didn't get to see it. I was in Mexico City. I do not live in Mexico City. But seeing all the representation, having some of the most famous Mexican wrestlers like El Místico, that was really cool. That was a really cool thing to see. But also, Nintendo is doing the Latin America mall tour. So they're going to different malls. And one of those malls is located in my city. So for the first time ever, Nintendo is coming to my city. Of course, I'm going to blog the entire experience, but hopefully that means that we are going to be getting more love from Nintendo, but who knows? Who knows?
And I went to one of those game truck events, and I earned the Switch 2 coin from it.
Ooh. Nice. Nintendo coins, I think I only have the Breath of the Wild one, and that's it. I remember they brought the Smash pins from E3 back in the day to Mexico for those who were at the midnight launch for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate event. But other than that, yeah, we didn't have much at all. I remember going to PAX with you guys when Animal Crossing was about to release. I have my Isabelle pin right there. I have so many knickknacks, the Nintendo Minute.
The Nintendo Minute badge.
Yeah, the Nintendo Minute badge, and just a bunch of stuff. And here in Mexico, we get nothing. Nothing really. We have to fight for scraps. It sucks. and everything is more expensive here. What's $80 in the US is between 90 and 100 here in Mexico. It's almost like it's even a little more expensive than Canadian dollars. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, no.
We are at a bad time here in Mexico when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, no, that's actually like really sad to hear. Like, I mean, yeah, I wish there was more. Like, I wish Nintendo put more love into like their like other like countries and areas. I know that Singapore is getting a pop-up store, I think, or Europe's getting a pop-up store for Nintendo.
Yeah, in London.
Yep, London.
Yeah.
I think, but what about that Mario movie event? Like, or do you think that was separate from Nintendo?
Oh, the Mario movie event that I did, that I went to, that was a 7-Eleven collaboration. So 7-Eleven and the Mario movie teamed up, and it was actually 7-Eleven the one who did that event. I actually know through my mother the one who was at that time in charge of that entire event and promotion, so I knew everything behind the scenes. So I was really prepared, but that was really just 7-Eleven.
Yeah, no, that's sad. 7-Eleven's doing more than Nintendo in Mexico with their own property.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but you can see the amount of fans that were at that event. It was filled. It was huge. You could barely walk in that area. And for example, when Tears of the Kingdom did the midnight launch, here in my city, at least, I was first in line. When I got the game, and I walked to see the entire line, right? It went around. It went outside the mall and around the entire mall. It was at least 1.5 kilometers long.
Holy shit!
Line, so almost a mile of people just standing in line to get Tears of the Kingdom. It was insane. So there's a lot of love, a lot of market for Nintendo. Hopefully the new CEO can see that opportunity here in Latin America. I know Brazil is a huge Nintendo fan as well. So yeah, maybe, hopefully we can see some more love here in Latin America.
No, I'm praying for you guys, honestly. Like, you guys go hard for Nintendo out there. I've seen your videos.
Thank you. Yeah, we do go crazy because since we have so little, whenever there's something, we go all out. Anyways, is there another story before ending the podcast that you want to tell?
Yeah, I guess I could touch on how I got let go from GameStop. How they lost your PS5. Well, I got set up by GameStop. So our GameStop was going through a really bad transitional period. The big bosses were coming down hard on my manager and the team, and was expecting way too much out of what we could actually output. And our main manager stepped down and left the company. But we loved our manager. That's the reason why I stayed with GameStop so much, was because of my previous manager. And once he quit, everyone else quit. The whole store was leaving one by one. Me and two other guys were left, and they were like, let's give this new person a chance. And the new person was as evil as they could come. He was only in it for the Pokemon cards. He had his own separate Pokemon card business, which is illegal. So when we got Pokemon card product in, he'd buy them all and resell it for his place. I don't fucking care. He did it. He was awful when it came to cards. Like hundreds and hundreds of dollars spent on cards. Like, when we would get shipment, he would open up the fucking boxes of shipment before we could even process it to see how many cards are in there. And that's what got us into the trouble to begin with, because one of the shipment boxes probably wasn't processed right or didn't come. Our old manager did a lot of the work for us. Like, our old manager had OCD. He liked the store a certain way, so he would handle all the shipment himself. Our job was, as employees, to just sell product and work the floor, not all the extra stuff. But that's a special, one-of-a-kind condition with that. So when he left, we had to learn other things when we took the test. I worked for GameStop for almost like over 4 years at that point. Keep that in mind. Well, I guess when FedEx comes in with shipments, and it was a new FedEx driver too, you have to sign off on the package. But no
Right.
one ever told me you have to count all the boxes and make sure they're all there. I didn't know how much shipments coming in every time. The FedEx guy was like, "I don't have all day. You won't get your stuff if you don't sign the." Like, I felt pressure. So I signed off on the shipment. Well, it was the same shipment where 6 PS5s went missing.
No.
And because I was the last person to sign off on it, when corporate came investigating, I was the person to scapegoat on and take all the blame. Now, why would I steal 6 PS5s?
Right? Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And if anything, they probably went missing with FedEx because FedEx was losing packages all the time. For months during from last October to January, the entire winter season, shipment was a mess. Not getting stuff in on time, not processing stuff properly, people foaming at the mouth for Pokemon cards. It was a mess. And then when everything was said and done, they got me because when I first took a test to get hired there 4 years ago, I guess I answered a question right that, you have to count the boxes before signing off on them. I'm not going to lie. Why would I remember what was on a test 4 years ago?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's how they got me because I challenged corporate about it. I was like, I'm one of those stupid ass people that actually liked my job. I liked working at GameStop. You don't want to get rid of me. Like, I would volunteer as much hours as I could work at GameStop because I like the perks. I like the discount on the games. I like the pre-order bonuses. I like the first pick at the crop. And I would go to other GameStops in my area and help them out if they were low staffed. I was actually really passionate about working at GameStop until they screwed me over like that. And now the whole company has... And I was turning an eye to the corrupt ways of how they were doing things, but once they took it out on me, I hate it there, and I don't know if I'll ever go back unless things change. And things are changing. They're turning more into a TCG store now than a video game
I've
store.
seen.
There's more cards and toys than there are video games in a video game store. Ain't that sad? But anyway, I digress. I was responsible for 6 PS5s going missing, and that's how I lost my job. If that never happened, I would probably still be at GameStop today.
Damn. Holy shit. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem because besides having retro game stores that are independently owned, there's really no competition. Yeah, you have Target, yeah, you have Walmart, yes, you have Best Buy, but really you do not have a gaming store besides the retro game stores that are most likely owned by just one or two persons or a family, and the giant conglomerates like GameStop or in this case Gameplanet.
And GameStop's trying to get touching on all the mini markets, like the mom and pop, like TCG stores and video game stores. They want to take all their business as much as possible, and GameStop just wants to become everything. Like, I was just there recently, and they're selling ornaments now, Hallmark ornaments in a GameStop. God. Like, I'm sure, okay, cool, and Legos. I've seen my Lego Game Boy. Yeah, and like that's kind of cool, but I want to go for games, not toys. That's what the other stores are for.
Oh man. Well, anyway, let's finish on a high note, right? So of course we have some bad experiences. I'm sure many people are going to also have bad experiences. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to comment your bad experiences in the comments. I think you can also comment in Spotify, so please go ahead. So something good, let's say something positive about the gaming world. Littz, do you have anything positive about the gaming world that you want to share?
If it wasn't for gaming, if it wasn't for Nintendo, I wouldn't have met you, I wouldn't have met the N10, and I wouldn't have met some of the greatest friends I have today and go on some of the greatest adventures I've had because of Nintendo and the adventures and our shared experiences. So even though things are weird in the background, the overall experiences, the collective shared experiences is what brings people together, and that's what I love the most about gaming.
Exactly, and that's beautiful. Really, the gaming communities, the Nintendo community, has been a place in which I have felt at home. Talking to all of you guys at M10 has really been a dream come true, from aspiring to be one of you guys to later on becoming the most subscribed member of M10, which
that's crazy.
I still cannot believe it to this day. It's been a crazy journey, and I mean, I love the Nintendo community, except for the toxic people. We do not like toxic people. You shut the fuck up and stay quiet. But everyone else, it's been such a charm. Every time I talk to people at the Nintendo events, at conventions, it's always a blast. And that's something really, really beautiful. But anyways, that's going to be all for today's podcast. Littz, where can we find you?
You guys could find me over on YouTube as the Littz or Litztendo, and the Littz on all social media. I mainly use Instagram, Twitter, Discord. The big three. You could find me under the Littz.
And it's all going to be in the description, so be sure to check it out. My name is DAGG, and this has been episode 2 of the DAGG Podcast. See ya! Bye!
Stay bright.